Basic Beginner's Guitar. Perfect Timing, A Focused Approach, Book 1, Lesson 9, Part 2. Okay, I've hiked my guitar up here to ridiculous height so you can see my right hand. It'll probably be hard for me to play, but we'll see. Okay, my focus is on not rushing now. I've noticed I've been rushing too much. This is the end of the last lesson. I think I just said this little guy looked upset. Actually, he's saying, oh, an E minor chord, that's easy. And that was because I was doing this little unrelated to like the next song, but well, kind of related because I'm adding in the chords above here now, just as the chord names, C, G, F, you know, or C, C, F. Why'd I do that? Okay, should be a G there somewhere. There's a G. But I was just showing that memorizing the chords is a good idea, because sometimes you'll see sheet music or whatever in books where it just has a chord name above, as opposed to sometimes it has the chord diagrams, which is, as I'm noting here and I said earlier, was very helpful, but it's not the way you see it all the time. A lot of times you just have the chord name. So rather than having to look at a diagram all the time, you know, as I have said, I think in the CS chord strum pages, you want to get to where you can change from D to G to D to C, E minor, A minor, right? A, E, F. Okay. What else? The seventh chords: G7, C7, D7, and we're going to the very end of the book learn E7 and A7. Okay, so there's more to come, but to be able to have that in your head and move quickly from one to the other is kind of a critical thing to kind of get yourself to that level. Okay, so try this one, Jingle Bells, more little reading. Clear back in 1857 by J.L. Pierpont. And I'm noting there that only the chord names are only shown above, there at the end of the first line, over top. So let's try it. I'll do Jingle Bells, you should be well familiar with, right? Piece of cake, melody-wise. There's no pickup lines. It's in the key of C, which means when you see no sharps or flats in the key signature, that's the key of C, okay? So here we go. And again, struggling with my glasses issue. I'm going to move this up a little. Okay. So let's do 1, 2, ready, play. Okay. 1, 2, ready, play. Jingle bell, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Usually you'd hear bum, but it's not there. Okay, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Third line. Jingle 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm starting to mix my counting with the lyrics. Run that back and watch. Should be pretty humorous, entertaining. But let's try. You can run back and play. You can play along with the melody, as I've been saying. You can play the chords. We're going to do that now. You can play either chords or play the melody. I'd suggest playing the melody while I play the chords, and that'll help you be able to play one part while another part is going, okay, and counting. So again, no pickup notes, so we come in 1, 2, ready, play. And got plenty of time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be doing the chords, all downstrokes, okay? but you'll notice you have some, like on the second line, I don't have them drawn in or specified, but you would want to do on those quarter notes, the second line, second measure. You have quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, and then eighth note, eighth note. I think I said quarters before. I meant eighth notes that move faster, where you do an up and down pick. So, oh, what fun it is to ride down, up, down, 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 up, or down, down, two. Okay. All downs except when there are quarters. You do the first one down. I mean, when there are eighth notes, you do the first one down, second one up. Okay. Look at the last line there. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a. So it's the same as the second line there. Second line, second measure, and fourth line, second measure. Both have the down, up at the end of the measure, okay? So I'm not going to play it again. You can go back and play again with it like I did from the first time. I'm going to do the chords and you play along. You ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way to oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking. I hope I have this correct here. The second line. What fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. G7. So there were. I don't have the slashes written there above, and I don't have a second line or staff. Just trying to get you to be used to different ways of doing the chording, because you'll need to be prepared that it's shown different ways. Okay. So I think that's enough. You can play the melody with that. You can go back and play where I played the melody, play the chords along. You can play the melody along with the melody or the chords along with the chords, but I do them, flip-flop those. Okay. Notice this is the first song in this study that the time signature is only shown at the beginning of the song. Oh, I did that, and I think this will continue through the rest of it. Prior to this, I always showed the 4/4 at the beginning of every line. That's not how you always see it. A lot of times you just, right at the beginning of the song, you'll see the time signature, okay? So, enough said about that. Let's go to Streets of Laredo. Oh, and there's a pickup note. Oh boy, tricky stuff. I have reading from the middle of the page 62. Tricky stuff. Notice I add counts. I added counts on this one because it's a little bit tricky. Also notice there's a lead-in note or pickup note, or creates the uneven measures. Okay, uneven's not the right word. Go back and look for what that is. Incomplete measures. Okay, so and then what else did I note? Sometimes chords are shown with each new measure. Example, Jingle Bells, but sometimes, as with Billy Boy, they're only shown when they change. Okay, so we're going to try Streets of Laredo. I want to check my time. It looks good. This is by Frank H. Maynard, first published in 1910. That's one of the newer ones we're working on here. But and this is 3/4 time. Okay, big deal. So we have top number's 3. That means there are 3 beats per measure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. Okay. So I might play through the first line just to get it in my head again. I do that pretty often. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. That's okay. Okay. So let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, play. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, play. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 1, play. Yep. Oops, let's start over. Boy, oh boy. This is terrible, messing you up here. 1, 2, 3, 1, play. 1, 2. Okay, so that last measure was just 1, 2, added together with the first was together 3. You have 1 count in 3, 4 at the beginning and 2 at the last measure, adding together to make the total of 3. Okay, so we had that single note lead in, a little tricky. Billy Boy, we're gonna just buzz through back to, oh, I should have done the chords, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, play. 1, play. Down, down, 2, 3, down, in, streets of G7. Okay, go. Clay 2. Okay, pay attention to those. I know as the last chord rings, if you don't stop it right on the note's technically incorrect. Let a chord ring at the end. Never really bothers because you don't have to keep time beyond that, but that's how it's supposed to feel. Billy Boy by Ralph V. Williams. Oh boy, what do we have here? We got a flat. A sharp in the key signature. It's 4/4 time, so again, just familiarizing myself with it. Okay, so that's that melody. Let's try it again. 4/4, and don't forget the F sharp. Kind of scan through there. Are there any F sharps? Da, 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 da. You know what? This is another one. It is in the key of G. I don't see any, so we really won't play one, but it's there, so you have to take note of that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, how'd you do? Okay, I actually played it flawlessly, I think. We're running low on time. Let's just go through it with the chords. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, play. Ba ba. Okay, how'd you do? Good? All right, we're moving on. Next lesson will be 10. Okay, 10-1. All right, go over that with the chords and the melody, and then jump to 10, lesson 10, part 1. Okay.